It doesn't feel like you can connect to that feeling of desire anymore. Does that sound like you? Especially if you've been working in a masculine world and you don't know how to separate out the feminine and masculine energies anymore. Let's talk about it. You don't understand what desire, attraction, arousal, how all these things come into play for you anymore. In this video, you're going to understand 3 things a woman needs to feel. If these 3 reasons are missing, you could be sitting right next to your partner and be completely checked out. You are not interested whatsoever. Forget having sex, desire, forget having all those things. You can even connect to that feeling anymore. Sound familiar? Let's get right into it. The way our corporate structure is designed is usually women have to step into a masculine role to be understood, to be seen, to be respected, to get promotions, to get ahead in her career. You might be killing it at work, running your household, taking care of your family, you know how to perform, stepping into this masculine force, which is the opposite mask of being a feminine. And when you get home, you walk through that door in the evening, the relationship at home, it just falls flat. There's no excitement, there's no passion, nothing. It's just flat. You just feel like you're living with a roommate. If you're still carrying that masculine face, then guess what happens? You're meeting somebody who's already a masculine who wants to meet the feminine, and it's not happening. When it comes to your home, it's supposed to be that person for you that lights that electricity, that passion, that excitement inside of you. Most ladies tell me that when they walk through the door, take off your shoes, look around and it's the checklist that you have to finish, the chores that somebody else didn't finish. You have to take on all those responsibilities. So, where is the time for you to relax, enjoy yourself, and have a glass of wine or just have a cup of tea and just be yourself? It doesn't quite happen in our world today. What actually makes a relationship work is having things in common. You may have the same values, same goals, the same shared sense of humor, where you know that if you crack this joke, the other person's going to laugh, or if they say something, you know how it's going to go with you. It's predictable. This is the foundation. This is what makes people build their life together. But those are not the same ingredients. Values and goals are not the same things that create the spark. So, what is it? The exact same things for 2 people does not create the electricity, the passion, the chemistry, the attraction. It comes from 2 different elements because you're curious, you're interested in finding out about the other person. But when you already know everything, you know what the next movement's going to be, you know it's very predictable. Where's the excitement for a woman? Just rather have your tea. If it's exact same thing that you can predict every time, it's not exciting for a woman anymore. Anyway, coming back to it, specifically, there's the masculine and the feminine. These 2 currents, it's just physics. When 2 different currents come together, you get a charge. And it's true in relationships because the masculine wants to meet the feminine. 3 things I mentioned in the beginning of the video. Number 1, a woman wants to be seen, to be in your feminine element. You want to be noticed. Imagine the masculine walks in with flowers and he gives it to you and says, "Honey, you've been working so hard. I just wanted to acknowledge you. I just wanted to give you something." Isn't that nice? But who does that? So you have to learn to train your men. Okay, that's number 1. The second thing, she needs to feel safe. Safety is so important for a woman, that she feels protected by the man. The third thing, she really needs to feel like she's been heard and understood. When a woman has been understood and seen and feels safe, her world changes. She becomes a ball of light. She becomes light. There's lightness to her. She floats and she walks into places with a magical smile and energy. You know that feeling. You've experienced that before. Here's the problem. When a woman is at work all day long, running meetings and taking care of other people, she's exhausted. She's stressed out. She's running on empty for the full day's work and the stress and lack of energy herself. She probably didn't eat on time. She didn't sleep well last night. There's so many things going on. Ladies, you understand. When you have not had a good night's sleep and you just don't have the energy, sex is the last thing on your mind. If you have a partner, it's definitely magic if it's in the right way. But if you've got the wrong partner, boy, it's toxic and it depletes your energy. When you get home and now you're supposed to shift your energy from the masculine energy, because at work, what did you have to do? Wear the pants, even look like a man, speak like a man, behave like a man, and do all these things so that you can make decisions and be respected and be accepted for what you're saying and doing. But ladies, what if you were just yourself for a minute? Takes a lot of courage. When a masculine meets a masculine, they just repel each other. It's war. A masculine partner does not want to meet a masculine to create a spark. That's like hanging out with a buddy, resolving some problems. If you want to create a spark, you have to step into your feminine. That's it. He's been focused all day long. That's how men work. Men are just very focused on whatever they do. Women have this ability to multitask. They can do many things at one time. Have you seen a mother taking care of all the things around the house? That's a perfect example of what women are capable of doing. She's operating with all of those antennas ready to activate. They're activated. They're all taking in information. That is so powerful for a woman. But if you don't know how to channel that energy properly, and you don't know how to take care of yourself and draw boundaries and step into your feminine, it's going to consume you because you are becoming the masculine. You are no longer yourself. So as women, why are we missing that? Why are we missing our own feminine power? When we are high achievers, we go, go, go. We don't know when to stop. It's almost like I don't matter anymore. Who cares? I'm not seen. I'm not really appreciated. I'm not really respected. Most of all, I don't really feel safe. I have to protect myself. I have to go work for myself. I have to take care of myself. Otherwise, who's going to pay the bills? And who's going to take care of everything? All true. All true. But I want you to know as a woman, you are doing it and crushing it all. So acknowledge yourself for it. Take a moment and acknowledge yourself. Thank the universe for making you a woman, that you can step into your feminine power and you can own these things because you are creation. You are the one who can build things. Whatever you desire, you can have. What's different for desire and arousal, how it works for a man and a woman. For a woman, she's aroused first. She can arouse herself. She can arouse herself by getting excited over seeing things. That's why it's like, oh my God, oh my God. Where guys don't walk around doing that. I mean, some guys do, but it's okay. We love them. The masculine, they desire first before they get aroused. So they have to actually see something. That's why if you really think about it for a minute, women like to dress up and they like to look nice. For a man, his eyes need to capture something because they're so focused, right? They're so focused on one thing. If I have to fix the garage door, I'm just going to focus on fixing the garage door. They can't hear, and even the child is crying. And the mother looks at her husband and says, the kid's been crying over there for how long? You didn't hear the baby crying? It's like, oh no, I was just fixing the garage door. Not all men are like this. I'm just exaggerating. But I'm telling you something that's really important where they have to desire something. You have to get their attention onto something. Dressing nicely, smelling nice, putting flowers out, doing things, making things look nice, doing things a little bit differently. Men notice those things, or even if they don't notice, they feel it. That's the feminine aspect of things, is to activate sensuality. For a male, they desire first, then they're aroused. For a woman, she's aroused because she's already tapped into her senses. She's already tapped into what smells nice and what feels good and the touch. A woman knows touch, the soft touch, the hard touch, all the different touch. That's a very important part of you knowing yourself. So with that, I hope this was interesting. In the next videos, I hope to build out on the feminine and masculine energies. If you're in the feminine, divine, you know that these things are important to you to be seen, to be understood and heard, and feeling safe because you are a woman. It's okay. Allow yourself to be that and receive that energy because nobody else is going to give it to you except you yourself because you are the divine feminine and you are creation. How to bring your energy back, how to bring more awareness, how to tap into your own sensuality with your own senses, how to quieten the mind, how to build on your own awareness. Sat Chit Ananda, which means the Sat is the truth, Chit is the awareness, and Ananda is complete bliss. Love yourself and come back to your own heart. With that, I leave you and I'll see you in the next video.